eye drops, and it's a little better, but it literally looks like someone punched me in the face. My eye was
Oh,
it was purple, like my eyelid and all around my eye is purple. And my left it's better a little better today, but at one point it was the corner of my eye was pretty much swollen shut. I'm like, what is the deal, man? Why are these things happening to me?
I think it. No, what can I say? Weather. You know, some places are still getting the chemtrails. So.
I don't know. I just hope it clears up because if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna have to go to an eye doctor and get like this lanced or whatever. I definitely don't want to do that.
No, no, no. Don't blame me
So,
there.
because it's like a sty sort of, but it's the glands under your eyelid, not the ones by your eyelashes.
Yeah.
And it's just swollen up like crazy. Like I'm like a boxer got punched in the eye.
Yeah, my grandson did get, well, he got punched in the nose, so to speak. This morning we were at his baseball game and he was running into home plate and the catcher went to throw the ball to the pitcher and missed the pitcher and got my grandson right in the nose.
Oh
So,
no, is he okay?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's, you wouldn't believe that he'd spent a couple of hours in the emergency clinic or the urgent clinic. He's out there and he's it didn't take it's funny how the resilience of kids are because he I mean it bled for his nose bled for probably felt like 5 minutes anyway. My daughter rushed him to the emergency clinic. So and then of
Well,
course by the time they got there the bleeding had stopped, but still it was pretty scary.
it's good to get it checked out because my brother, he was like playing basketball or something, and he hit his nose and it didn't seem like a big deal, but years later he had to have a nose job
Oh no.
because he broke the tip of his nose
Hmm.
off, and then the end of his nose over the next couple of years was sinking down more and more and more because the little tip of cartilage broke off from the rest of the cartilage. And so he had to have like it's like I barely even remember any of it happening, but technically he had a nose job to fix that. So it's always good to, check it out.
Yeah, well, and apparently the doctor said that he might have a slight concussion, so we gotta wait, just kind of monitor him for that. But I'm like, I think he's up, he's running around. I mean, it didn't knock him down for too long once he got over everything, so it's just one of those things. It's like,
Well, that's good.
so so it was very dramatic this morning, and yeah, my daughter, it's like I was with her and I'm like, okay, do you want me to go with you? She's like, well, I gotta go pretty quick. And I was like, so I'm gathering this stuff and she took off without me. I was like, okay, I'll just sit here and watch the game.
Wow.
So yeah, she wanted to, I mean, like I said, it's just one of those things. Uh, I spent I spent what like when my daughter was in school and playing sports. I think I ended up we ended up in the emergency room like 3 times. So I'm like, okay. Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna get going here. Deb, usually I hang around, but my eye is actually kind of tired
yeah,
from like reading for 2 hours, so I kind of want to
that's
like lay
oh yeah.
down and put a wash rag over my eye and like
Oh
chill out my eye.
oh, I always want to do that. So go do that. Go do what you have to do. I'm like, I always want to take a nap. So
Yeah, well, it's like okay, unless when you read, your eyes go back and forth or whatever, and then it kind of irritates it again. So then it's really boring just sitting here with an eye patch on or a rag on your eye, like not reading or looking at anything. So that's kind
right,
of boring, but it is what it is.
yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well, I'll see you all tomorrow morning, and I hope that you have a wonderful show.
hopefully your eye will feel better in the morning.
Yes, I hope so.
All right.
Alrighty. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. This is On a Wing and Prayer. This is Deb65, and I'm seeing on Thursday mornings, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern, and then adjust for your time zone, and as you can hear, you can probably hear them in the background since my mic is very good about picking things up. But yeah, you can hear nothing keeps him down very long. But and then this is my time, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, to adjust for your time zone. So the question is, did he make the home run? He didn't make the home run, but he was able to steal from third to home, and that's when he got bonked. But that just meant that it took him out of the game for it took him out of the game because it happened in the first inning, so he didn't get to play anymore after that, and they still lost by 1 point. I mean, one run. I mean, this is the last. The coaches are like, we don't understand it because this was an away game. This is at a different field. When they're home, they can't seem to do. They can't seem to. Uh, they can't even seem to get on base or whatever. But when they're away, man, they do much better on an away field than they do on the home field. Yes, I agree. It's worth it to get him away from the video games. Yes, and thank God he is okay. So anyway, reading a little bit of chat. And so anyway, put a one. While I do the show opener, put a one uh in the chat if you're going to stick around, and we'll figure out what we're going to do. It just away we go. Okay, so apparently I'm gonna have issues again. I lost sound. It was started. Thank you guys. Yeah, yeah. I even I cleaned up some of my memory out, hoping that the videos and audio would work, but apparently it's not. I had this same issue Thursday morning. It did fine until towards the end of the last 3 hours, like the last 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I couldn't share. Didn't It wouldn't do anything. So I don't know. Towards the end of the last 3 hours. And that's hot mic. I know. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so I see that. Oh, I lost my ones. I lost all my ones. So hi, the Kath and Mo and Astrid and Triple T Anon, Mary Magdalene, Alan 101, Jam and Mammy. Where's Poe? Yeah, right? Where's Poe? So, Praying Mantis, or Real Praying Mantis. Anyhow. Thank you, Medieval Dark Knight. Wow, nice. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me go and I just. Alright, we'll just go on. I showed this the other day, and let's see if this will play. And hopefully y'all can hear it. And this is just a reminder of what the difference between democracy is. So let's see.
A democracy is a political system in which the people periodically, by majority vote at the polls, select their rulers. The rulers then have absolute power to make whatever laws they please by majority vote among themselves. In a constitutional republic, the people also, by majority vote at the polls, select rulers, who make laws by majority vote among themselves. But the rulers cannot make any laws they please because the Constitution severely restricts their lawmaking power. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic and transforming it into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language.
Do you reboot before you come on?
Not. Do I reboot
your computer?
No. I mean, I turned it on a couple of hours ago, but I don't do a lot of stuff.
I used to find that Zoom used so many resources that I needed to reboot. Do you want me to chill here or play?
Yeah. Well, let's see if it works because, I mean, like I said, I haven't.
Drop your intro. I can play that while you're gone or whatever.
Okay, let me get my intro because this happened in the middle. It must be in, I think it's in one of my settings because it happened right in the middle last Thursday morning.
And I've been having a hell of a trouble with my computer too. And my computer's not even a year old. And it will just.
I don't know if I can drop it.
Okay, I'll find something. I can play something.
Let me see, because I don't know if it's a link per se or not.
I have some songs.
This is weird though, because it should. I think you can try. Let me get out of it and then let me see, because I don't know what happened. I mean, it started. The intro started, I think, and then it just kind of stopped. So I don't know. All right. I'm going to get out and we'll see what happens.
Sometimes it takes a minute to get into the room, even though it looks like people are back.
Hey, Mo.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
So there's a room. It looks like my screen share is finally working again. I mean, I did. You asked me about the whole reboot. I did. Well, I didn't reboot, but I did have to. Come on. Oh, stop. I did have to
update.
I updated Zoom, I think, this week, but I can't remember exactly what day I did that.
Yeah, Zoom's been asking me to update for months, and I keep ignoring it. But anyway, all right. So it looks like you are good to go, girl. So
I found out if I don't update it when it says it does, after a while, I can't get on at all.
Yes, I have found that out too, and it will force it on you. And you know who's really on top of that is Tets. He'll always tell you there's a Zoom update, but even with my Windows updates, I try to put them off because I feel like sometimes they screw up my computer. But anyway, you've cut into your show enough, so hopefully things will work for you. And have a good show, Deb.
I never have a good show. I'm kidding. I'm just me. I mean, I always have something to go around.
I know it happens to the best of us. I'll be hanging in the background if you.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me open that. Can you see that okay? I played this the other night because I thought this is so neat. Let's see. Okay. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this? Can you see it? Alright, so since I won't be able to share anything, you're just going to hear me talk. And I'll just have to read articles because that is apparently what's. I don't know why. Because it automatically goes to a. And until I could figure out what it is that's keeping me from sharing stuff. Man, that stinks. Alright. Well, if you guys remember, last week I talked about. Let's see if I can get this up. I talked about Ken Paxton is investigating a Capital Partners real estate development because it's a Islamic community called Epic Community in Texas. So it's being planned by the East Plano Islamic Center in Josephine, Texas, which is near Dallas. And they're creating a large community with over 1,000 homes, a mosque, Islamic schools, etc., all focused on Islamic beliefs of the Quran. So, let's see, the name of the company is, let's see, CID it's like a legal fishing net. See, so it allows the Attorney General's office to demand documents, financial records, contracts, promotional materials, and even testimony from the CCP. So a CID, what is it called? It's an investigation. So the CID lets the Attorney General determine or demand records from the CCP to find wrongdoing like deceptive ads about Epic's profits. If found, the Attorney General could sue and stop the project immediately. The investigation might lead to some fines or force CCP to refund to investors. The Epic City relies on 800,000 shares, so losing funds could halt construction. And if the CCP violates laws like the Fair Housing Act, Ken Paxton could get a court injunction to pause the project, scaring off investors and causing indefinite delays. Well, here's something else that I came across. So Islamist Army of Darkness sets up U.S. base in Texas. So, and this is from the National Pulse. So what happened? A global Islamic missionary network, Tablighi Jamaat, has established its headquarters in Garland, Texas. So Garland's not that far away from Dallas and Fort Worth. It's what, probably, my Texas people will know. But they are in, let's see, Garland's probably about an hour and a half away. So this group is considered a potential gateway to extremist activities by various intelligence agencies. So who is involved? Tablighi Jamaat, a South Asian-based movement with numerous followers worldwide, and is linked to the Islamic Association of Arabia, which relocated from Louisiana. So they were in Louisiana. So recruiting ground for Al Qaeda and anti-chamber to terrorism, and a Trojan horse for Islamic conquest, intelligence and national security officials claim. So the impact, the establishment of the headquarters raises concerns about potential extremist activities and indoctrination within the U.S. So Garland, Texas now hosts. Sorry, I had a sorry about that. I had a little distraction. Garland, Texas now hosts the new headquarters of I don't know how to pronounce it. TABLIGHI and then JAMAAT, a global Islamic missionary network that intelligence agencies contends acts as a potential entry point for jihadism. The network, also known as the Army of Darkness, has set up operations inside the Masjid Yasin Mosque in Garland, Texas, which now serves as its American nerve center following its relocation from Louisiana. I kind of wonder why they left Louisiana. So, Tablighi Jamaat, originating in South Asia in 1926, is seen by security authorities across Western nations as a recruiting ground for Al Qaeda and a Trojan horse for Islamic conquest, with the National's Pulse's editor-in-chief, Raheem Kassam, having written extensively about the group in his 2017 best-selling book, No-Go Zones. Operating away from public scrutiny, the group shuns any political agendas outwardly while fostering long-term societal domination through religious transformation internally. Tablighi Jamaat objective, linked to the San Bernardino terrorist attack in 2015, is the global implementation of Sharia law, while disregarding existing legal systems, free speech, and demonic, I call it democratic governance. We are not a democratic. We're supposed to be a republic. With mosque and missionary centers now expanding in various Texas locations like McKinney and Plano, the movement continues its quiet yet strategic growth. That's what they mean by infiltration, not, they infiltrate these places. Yep, Garland, Texas. Let's see. Garland. Oh, that's an interesting one. Curtis Cultwell. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to show that. It's really frustrating when you can't show it. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Critics describe Tablighi Jamaat's methods as secretive, with no formal leadership structure made public, prohibiting transparency by avoiding media and organizational scrutiny. Additionally, they stress the movement's global events gatherings, such as those in Pakistan, and its historical links to known terrorist activities, which contribute to concerns over possible indoctrination efforts that could spread extremism. Intelligence agencies in the U.S. believe that despite the group's claims of being apolitical, Tablighi Jamaat could act as a clandestine platform supporting extremist ideologies. Moreover, multiple nations, including France and Saudi Arabia, have taken measures to curb its activities and association with its domestic security threats. However, in the U.S., the network operates with little examination or restriction. Counterterrorism experts suggest actions such as demanding financial transparency and assessing foreign affiliations of entities like Majid Yassin to ensure community awareness and security efficacy. So let me see. All right, Dynamax, I'm going to look up your. Okay, so this says not to be confused with the 2021 Garland shooting. So the Curtis Caldwell Center attack was a failed terrorist attack on an exhibit featuring cartoon images of Muhammad. Oh, is that the one that they used to justify, what was it? Was it Benghazi? No, not Benghazi. Because this is 2015. At the Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland, Texas, U.S. on May the 3rd, 2015, which ended in a shootout with police guarding the event and the deaths of 2 perpetrators. The attacker shot an unarmed Garland Independent School District security guard in the ankle. Shortly after opening fire, both attackers were shot by an off-duty Garland police officer and killed by SWAT. Well, if this was a false flag of event, they certainly, that's what they do, right? They kill them. It's almost like death by cop, suicide by cop. The FBI had been monitoring the 2 attackers for years. Of course they did. And an undercover agent was right behind them when the first shots were fired. Of course he was. Or she was, or whoever. The injured security guard filed a lawsuit against the FBI in October 2017, claiming the FBI was partially responsible for his injuries. So the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, or ISIL, remember ISIL, everybody, claimed responsibility for the attack plot the first time the militant group took credit for an attack in the United States. ISIL's claim of responsibility was not verified, and U.S. officials stated that the attack appeared to have been inspired but not directed by ISIL. Okay, I'm not gonna. So, minutes prior to the attack, a man identified police as one of the gunmen posted a tweet with the hashtag Texas attack. May Allah accept us as Mujahideen. In his tweet, he said he and an accomplice had pledged allegiance to Admiral Mumi. I don't know how to pronounce that, which Paul Cruikshank of CNN had said probably referred to an ISIL leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. The user also asked his readers to follow Junaid Hassin on Twitter. After the shooting occurred, Hassin tweeted, Allah Akbar. 2 of our brothers just opened fire. So just before the event was set to end around 7 p.m., 2 men wearing body armor and equipped with 3 rifles and 3 handguns and 1,500 rounds of ammunition drove up to a police car that was parked next to a barricade erected in front of the center. Excuse me. Seated inside the police car were Officer Gregory Stevens of the Garland Police. Okay, I'm going to stop that because, I just realized something. I wanted to, okay, hold on. Hold on a second. So there's been 4 current former Texas deputies from the same sheriff's office die by suicide in just last few weeks. This was published today. So 4 current and former deputies from the same sheriff's office in Texas have died by apparent suicide over a 6 weeks period, according to officials. The Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies were all found between February 6th and March the 19th. In the first incident, retired Deputy Long Nguyen died by apparent suicide on February 6, ABC 13 reported, citing officials. So Deputy Christina Kohler, who had been missing for more than a week, was found dead by apparent suicide on March the 13th. 3 days later, Deputy Maria Vasquez's body was discovered. The Houston Medical Examiner ruled that Vasquez, who retired from the agency in December, died by apparent suicide. On March the 19th, retired Deputy William Bozeman also died by apparent suicide after 24 years at the Harris County Sheriff's Department or office. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez mourned the reported suicides of his deputies. Today, and this is a quote, "Today we learned of a Harris County Sheriff's Office retiree who died from apparent suicide. This makes 3 of us within the span of a week," Gonzalez wrote on Facebook. "Our hearts are heavy. We extend our deepest condolences to their families, colleagues, and friends. It's a painful reminder that life is fragile and time is not promised," he continued. The president of the Harris County Deputies Organization, Jose Lopez, said the deputies' deaths caught a lot of us by surprise. "One is too many, 2, 3, yes, it's definitely devastating, Lopez said. "It hits very close to home, and it's a reminder of us how fragile life is, and it's also a reminder that we do need to look out for one another. We do need to take care of each other," Lopez added. The sheriff's office has launched mental health initiatives to address the recent trend. Lopez said he has also been helping his fellow deputies process the grief. Okay, guys, don't get me wrong, I am not minimizing the seriousness of someone taking their own life, okay? I'm not. But I don't know. To me, something is fishy here. Just like how you think about all the deputies. It was during this time frame, if I remember correctly, that we had let's see, the guy. Remember the congressman who took over Sheila Jackson Lee. I mean, although it wasn't ruled, he took his life. He was sick, but I mean, this was the same time. So why in all, I mean, I don't know. Something just doesn't add right to me. So my question is what do they know? I mean, if we dig into their backgrounds, what will we find out? So I'm curious about that. That just how many in New York, after looking at the Wiener laptop, how many in New York just all of a sudden mysteriously something happened to them? I don't know. Like I said, I am not minimizing mental health. I'm not but how much of the mental health is actually someone not let's see, how can I describe it? How much mental health is how can I say it without being making it sound I don't know. I don't know how I could say it without selling sounding like I don't care. I do care, but I want truth. I want the truth. If that's what it is, then yes, something needs to be done about it. It needs to be looked into. But if there was other forces who did the autopsies, that's a good question. Well, they said that let me see. That's a good question. They said it was the Harris County. Let me see if I can get that looked up. I mean, the fact that they're deputies. I mean, we know that Harris County is a hotbed of corruption. Uh, let's see. Let's see who is. I mean, 2 women, 2 men. Hey, I'm reading chat right now. So, let's see. What else can we? Let's see. Let's see. Where else can we go? It really stinks that I cannot share anything. I don't think it's gonna. Excuse me. Oh boy. Man, I've got the sneezies too. Oh gosh. Okay, where can we go from here? There's so much I wanted to show and now I can't. Oh, let's see. What else can I talk about? Okay, here we go. So here's Cash Patel needs to investigate what's going on in Sheriff County, Texas, ASAP. 4 current and former Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies have died by, quote, suicide within 6-week period, 3 within 1 week. So William Bozeman, former deputy William Bozeman, was found dead with his death ruled by a suicide by a medical examiner. It doesn't say specific details about how were not provided. Maria Vasquez, former deputy who died by suicide in Montgomery, Texas, the medical examiner confirmed it was suicide, though the specific method was not widely detailed. So, I mean, they're hiding the details. Wonder why. Christina Kohler, active deputy in the courts division since 2018. Christina Kohler was reported missing before being found dead on March the 13th. Someone placed a credible threat alert out for her before found. Her death was ruled by a suicide by the county medical examiner with no specific method disclosed publicly. Long Nguyen, former deputy Long Nguyen's death on February 26th was confirmed as a suicide by the county medical examiner with no detailed public information on the method. He was reportedly fighting for some kind of internal reforms. So here's what's suspicious. 3 deaths, Kohler, Vasquez, Bozeman, occurred within a week, which was March the 13th through the 20th, with Nguyen 6 weeks prior. This rapid sequence is statistically impossible for a single agency. The mathematical chances of 4 Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies dying by suicide in a 6-week period under typical conditions is approximately 0.00000986% or 1 in 1,014,000. The autopsy and toxicology reports are withheld, standard practice, but without details on methods, whether it was overdose, gunshot, whatever. it's impossible to independently verify consistency with suicide or rule out coercion or staging, all ruled by the same examiner. So Kohler's disappearance before death stands out as a huge red flag. Missing person cases transitioning to suicide rulings stink of foul play, especially if the investigation is expedited. The quote, credible threat alert suggests someone was concerned prior to his death. So if Bozeman indeed pushed for reform and corrections as some claim, could he have faced retaliation? Inquiring minds want to know. So there you go. It's the same county coroner. And unfortunately, they don't know. I don't see the name of the county coroner, so it's hard to tell who it was. Let's see. I got to figure out why I'm going to have to spend the next few days trying to figure out why I can't share. That is just ridiculous. Okay. Hold on. I need to step aside for a second, and I'll be right back. Chat among yourselves.
Quite a while. Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. Deb needs a new computer, guys. Can you help her? Oh, I'm making it echo. I'm here. We started to. I didn't see it or hear about it until you brought it up. A little bit. And then you said, I'll be right back. And from when you said, I'll be right back, that's it. That's why I came in. I was like, uh-oh. Nope, didn't hear that. Nope, didn't hear that. If you want me to share something, I can.
Hey Deb, it's Steph. Hi. Do you want me to stick around and help, or is Barb going to help? Hi, Barb.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, it's okay.
Mhm. Hmm.
Yeah. And good question, Deb. Yeah, it's crazy. You would think that these older people would want to retire and enjoy their grandkids or something like that, you know? Even I want to retire. Do you want me to share anything for you? Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to drop it in Zoom chat, then I could share it for you. But I think you're probably done with that about the quote unquote suicides. Ah, yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. How long is Governor Abbott? How long is Governor Abbott's governorship? How much longer? Oh, is it really? Okay. Election. Okay, I got it. Okay. Yes. Jasmine, Yo-Yo Girl. Yeah. Whatever she is, she's overrated. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So you think Paxton will run then, or who will run for governor after Abbott? Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Well, America first, but there's so much corruption. It just, it's hard to, cipher through it all. But it's slowly happening. I mean, it is, but thanks, Barb.
You're welcome. I gotta go finish my opener.
Okay. Hmm. Right. Do you do you have the link? Can you drop it? Yeah, just drop it here in Zoom. Yeah. Right. Right. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of a speculative. I kind of like to. So we'll have to see. I got these pulled up. Can you see it okay? Okay. Like on the sidebar? No. Q post, Q alerts, alerts for iOS, Windows, Mac, tools, info. It's okay. Right. Oh, really? I was only an X for a while today, so Jill, did you see that? Did you see that in X today? Twitter? Oh, hmm. Right. Hmm. Right. I wonder if did he reveal that in that interview with Brett Baer the other night? Or was that, I didn't get to see that entire interview. It was really good because you get to hear from the other individuals involved in Doge, not just, Elon. Do you want me to stop the sharing over to X or you want to stay in here? I don't really do. I just thought I'd come on and sh do some sharing for you because I knew you were having some issues, but I don't know where the deltas are at on here. I'm not a, I love Q, but I'm not real, and I always kept up on the posts and stuff, but um, I always depended on everybody else for the, okay. Q ag. Oh, that one there. Okay. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and share that then. Mhm. Oh, I have, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I just sit back and watch, Deb. I don't get too excited about anything. I just sit back and watch. Hmm. Right. Well, he can only do so much as one man. We've got to get the judicial system cleaned up. The judges, there's nothing he can do with these corrupt judges out there overriding everything he tries to do. So, until I don't know if I'm hoping Pam Bondi is up for the job. I'm going to give her a while. I'm not going to sit here and screech about her. I'm sure there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know. So we'll just have to sit and wait. Waiting, we've been doing it for how many years? I know, but yeah, yeah. hmm Well, how old is she? She's No, she's older than that. I'm sure of it. Chat knows, somebody knows out there how old she is. I forget. I thought she was in her late 50s or 60s. Yeah. Yeah. Walk says, get your popcorn. How about we switch to pretzels for a while? I'm tired of popcorn. I don't even eat popcorn anymore, so I'm not even a pretzel eater either. So she's a, she's, see? Oh, wow. See, she is older than what we thought. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of work. She has a big responsibility. She's got to get those judges cleaned up. And I'm sure they're trying to figure out constitutional ways of getting those judges out of there. Impeachment. Well, I mean, look what Speaker Johnson said. He says, we have full authority over these judges. Well, let's get busy. I'm sure that they're planning on how they're going to conduct this to get these judges out of there. Because yeah, how many years did Soros spend all that money getting these judges put in there? So it just can't happen overnight. Yeah. So, mhm. Mm. It goes up and down where I'm located because I'm in a touristy area. So when they think all the tourists are coming in, they jack it up. And then when all the tourists leave, they take it back down. So anyway, yeah. And they're trying to make their money off yeah. hmm Yep. And people do. When they're on vacation, they spend a little more. I am seeing more. I don't know where you're at. I know you're in California, but I am seeing more and more people out spending money, you know, for several years because of COVID and because of Biden. It seems like people were kind of, holding back because of all the uncertainty. But I'm seeing more and more people out. More people are getting their boats out earlier, opening their cottages earlier. I mean, that's a great sign. People were too scared to spend too much money under Biden because they didn't know where it was going to go. So you're welcome. Yeah. Do you want me to let me stop the share? I'm gonna put something else up. Okay. Okay. Right. I know. And, I believe here's what I always I'm a little skeptical. I always say, okay, I'll believe 50% and the other 50% I won't. Just, I don't know, because it's exhausting. They have to put a little bit of truth into some of this. And so I don't know. It can be exhausting. Right. True. That is true. Um, do you want me? Oh, you want me to go back to that? Okay. Well, you'll have to walk me through the deltas, my friend. Okay. Can you see it? The delta select, oh, there it is, deltas. Yeah. Alt. t- Okay. Let's see. See, I'm going to learn this today. Thank you, Deb. Is it what it says? Where does it say 86 at? Oh, there I see it. Yeah, Q drops 86. No, that's crazy. Yeah. hmm And if you want, I have a song already kind of lined up if you want at the end. You want more? Okay. I know. Do you feel like reading? I don't. But you go for it. Okay, you tell me what you want. Oh, right. And then you can tell me where you want scrolling. Gotcha. I'll I'll do it so the chat can see it and then you can read it. We're at 3905, 3906, 3907, 3908 is what I'm showing right now. Hey, sunny days. Yes. Do you want to you want today's? Okay, let's do today's. Oops, oh, wrong one. You want yesterday's deltas? Okay. It's your show. You do as you wish. Oh, I have mine out today. Woot woot. I certainly do. That is correct. Yeah. You, right. Hmm. I think they would have, I think that a lot of people have been rioting. Um, right. He has to keep calmness. He has to keep consistency and calmness. Because I think there's actions behind the scenes that are happening, but he wants to do it constitutional. He wants to be correct in this. And oh, well, the liberals have just thrown it out the window. They don't even go by the Constitution. So, yeah. Hmm. It's hard. Exactly. Hmm. They and they're doing it after Pete Hegseth and now Mike Waltz. Eh, Yeah. 6 minutes. Right. That's a lot. Controlling that narrative. President Trump is excellent at doing that. He is excellent. Controlling that narrative, that is so important. Even though sometimes we're thinking, why is he saying that? Well, he's trying to control that narrative. That's why he puts some, go ahead. That's why he puts a lot of strange things out there sometimes. I think he's just trying to control that narrative. And mhm, right. No, you're right. Oh yeah, right. Right, right. Hmm. 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 Right, right, right. Yeah. Do you want me to? It's okay, Deb. Well, it's okay. I get it. I get it. I really do. You know? And you were speaking about the flag, right? So we have what? You've got 2 minutes. Do you have time for a song? Is that what you want me to share? Okay. Well, all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll play this.
Does it make you feel the way I feel when it dances in the sky? When you place your hand against your heart, do you know the reason why? Is it just some colored thread weaved from a bow? Or does it make you think about the ones who sacrificed it all? This flag choose to burn it down. Well, if the ashes fly, no, I won't cry, 'cause it all comes back around to what it really means to be free and what is in your heart. So they can tear it all down to the ground, but that'll never tear us apart. This flag, a picture painted in the wind, blowing through each generation, never giving in. This flag, it stands for more than just one thing. It stands for life and liberty in you and me. It stands for everything. This flag, red, white, and blue, colors fade over time. What do they mean to you? Will you let it die? Please don't let it die. This flag, a picture painted in the wind, blowing through each generation, never giving in. This flag, it stands for more than just one thing. It stands for life and liberty in you and me. It stands for everything, yeah. It stands for life and liberty in you and me. It stands for everything. This flag.
Sorry, Dano.
Hey, no
Thank you,
worries.
Deb.
How you ladies doing tonight?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Doing all right, hanging in there, you know?
Good, good. Have a great show, Dano.
Thank you.